welcome to my channel again. For this today's class, I'll be teaching us how to make these sleeve on the picture you are seeing there for this design. So what we'll be doing now is I place my paper on fold. I folded it into four. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4. What we are working on is the round armhole of 22 inches, round armhole of 22 inches, and the length sleeve of 9 inches. So this is what we'll be doing. We'll first of all get the round armhole. Since we are working with round armhole of 22 inches, so since and our paper is unfolded in 4 places, we have to divide it into 4 as well. So which means one sheet of this pattern paper, the armhole for this sheet, a sheet must be 5.5. Am I right? That is 2 inches divided 22 divided by 4. We have 5.5 inches. So all we need to do is to, although there is a formula for it, but for us to get it easy, this is for those that doesn't know how to get the formula, because it's not everybody that know how to calculate. So this is what you do: just put your tape rule somewhere where you will get, remove 1 inches from that 5.5 inches, which is 4.5 inches. So just place it around here. So if I will mark it, then I'll measure what we have there. So which means we have 3 inches here. So which means I'll be measuring 3 inches round. So by the time, let's measure it round. I don't know if you are seeing it. All right, let me do it this way so you can see it. 3 inches. We are going around with 3 inches. You can see I'm measuring from the edge. 3 inches. So now let us measure to confirm if we have 5.5 already. So let's measure and see. So we have 4.5. So which means let's increase it by half inches. So we'll be doing 3.5 inches instead of 3 inches. So I'm doing 3.5 inches now. I'm doing this for those that cannot, calculate the formula. All right. So now I think we should be having 5.5 by now. So let's measure round. So if you look at it, we have 5.5 already. So we are working with this. We are working with the 3.5 inches we did. Right? Okay. So we just want to get a perfect circle first. I'm doing this so that you will understand. I'm trying to simplify it for us. So now, since we've gotten our armhole here, we'll now go to our length, to the length of the sleeve, which is 9 inches. So it's either I measure 9 inches from here, like that, or I had the 3.5 inches plus 9 inches, which will give us 12.5 inches. So 12.5, I can measure 12.5 from here. So we are measuring 12.5 now from the center point. So we'll measure 12.5 all round. Twelve and a half all round. Make sure you're placing your tape rule well for you to get a perfect circle, right? Okay, so I will be joining the lines together. Okay, then we will go ahead and cut. Don't cut the armhole area yet. Don't. All right, so here we have this. Now I said you should not cut the armhole area yet, because there's still something I want to explain to us there. So now what we'll be doing here is this. I've straightened it up to half cycle shape, right? This is our midpoint. This is our midpoint. Okay, so we'll now work on this quarter circle area. You measure, we have 12.5 inches, right? Divide this by 2. Which is 6.25. 6.25. So this is our midpoint here. This is the quarter. It's like dividing all this line into four. This is one, this is one, this is one, then another one will be here. The 6.5 somewhere around there. So it's, you understand. So we are working on this radius. This is a radius. We are working on this radius, right? So this is the middle of this quarter circle, which is 6 and quarter. Okay. So now from this 6 and quarter, we'll be measuring what we measured here. What did we measure here? 3.5. So, so from this place I wrote here, this from this 6 and quarter point, I'll measure 3.5 round. 3.5 round. We are creating another armhole here. Another armhole. And the sleeve, there won't be any stitch at the side. There won't be side stitch. So that's what we are doing here. 3.5. All right. So I'll connect it like this. This is our armhole here. So by the time we are done, when I fold it, you'll see that this down part will not be, one side will not be longer than the one covering your shoulder. So we can go ahead and cut it now. Before that, let us fold here so that we'll be able to know, get our so up we saw that. So this is our new armhole. This is our new armhole, right? So now since we have our new armhole, then we can now go on now and measure our length. Remember our length of 9 inches, because this you can see is now longer, so we want to recorrect our length. 9 inches. So I'm measuring 9 inches. 9 inches. 9 inches. 9 inches. So when you get to somewhere around here, you can reconnect it from here. So you can see how I reconnected it. Okay, so and here we have it. This is what we are having. This is the shoulder line, and this is the depth of the armhole here. So this is our armhole. By the time you are through fixing it, you will see that everything will equalize. So for you to for us to continue, let me smoothen out this place. It's not curving properly. The curve is not curving, right? All right. So okay. So this is what I'll be cutting out from my material. This is what I'll be cutting out. So this is the first layer. This is it. I've cut. This is it. You can see that I've cut it out already. And this is what we are having. This is the first layer. And then we have another layer. I'm making it 3 layers. So how did I do my layers? You can see what you only need to do is to reduce it by 3 inches. Then the third layer also reduce it by 3 inches. What I mean reduce by 3 inches is this. So you just have to reduce. From the downside, just measure 3 inches. 3 inches. As you are moving towards the down part, you can now reduce to 2.5. Reduce to 2.5. Then reduce to 2 inches. You know the down part is not that long. So you can now trace it out like this. So this will be your second layer. And if you want it, want 3 layer, you also reduce this one by 3 inches like that, and you get the 3 layers. So in continuation, I cut it out and I added my interfacing. So the same way I cut the main material is also the same way I cut the lining. Here is the lining. So here is the lining. You notice that there won't be any side seam, right? So this is the lining. We'll make sure the wrong side are facing each other. And remember to notch it so that you'll be able to align them properly, right? So you place the right side facing each other. So we'll go ahead and stitch. Go ahead and stitch. And that is exactly what we'll be doing for every single layer we'll be doing. For every single one we have cut out. So we'll stitch the downside. You are not stitching the armhole area. Remember, that's where we'll be joining. So you are stitching the side, 1/2 inch round. Okay. So we'll go ahead and do that. I'll do every single one. Then I'll come back and tell the next thing. Okay, friends, this is what we are having now. I arranged the 3 layers on top of each other and I stitch it together at the armhole. Remember, I told you this is our armhole circumference, right? So this is it. This is for one sleeve and this is the second sleeve here. This is it. 1, 2, 3. But I also want to inform you that I made it 4, but the fourth one is I had to split it. What we'll be doing with the fourth one, I will let you know. The fourth one, how did I do this fourth one? What I did is I cut out this third layer. Is that this third layer? I cut 2 of it. I mean 4 of it. That is 1, 2 for both sides of the armhole. Then extra 2 again. It is that extra 2. It is that extra 2 that I now cut open. Remember, we don't have sewing allowance there. So I have to make an opening. This is it. You can see it's still the same. It is still the same size. So, but I did not attach this to the 3 layers. I'll be attaching this one separately, and I'll be showing us how we'll be doing that. So I have these 2 that will be kept aside for now. So for now, we are going to be attaching this to our armhole. This is how it looks like. You can see. You can see how the sleeve is sleeving already. All right. So this is our armhole. This is how my armhole looks like. This is my armhole. This is my armhole. So I'll be fixing it this way. The short side will be down while the wider side will be up. Just like this. I have notched them already. I've notched so it's going to be like this. Hope you can see that now. So it's going to be like this. You can see how it's forming. Okay, so I'll be fixing it for both sides and then I'll be showing us the next thing to do. I will be fixing the last stage, the 4th layer. After joining it, this is what we have. You can see how full it is. So the last thing we'll be doing now is for us to fix this last one. You see this, the 4th layer. I'll be measuring 3 inches. I'll be measuring 3 inches or at most 2.5 inches. Let's make use of 2.5 inches. I'll measure, okay. I just want to just make sure you are leaving 1/2 inches by this side. So what I have left is 2.5 inches, right? So I'll be marking this spot. Yeah. So this is the spot where this will be starting from. Get the middle. The middle of this is this. So this is the middle. So this is how we'll be fixing it. It's going to be like this. You place it where you mark, then you will curve it down just like this. You can see to meet up with the depth of the armhole, to meet up with this one at the down part. So you'll be having a kind of a curve shape around this area, right? So this is how we'll now be fixing it. I'll make sure I turn it this way because we'll be stop stitching it on it here. So I'll pin it down. And that's what we'll be doing for all the sides, for the second side as well. I'll have to pin it down before I go ahead and stitch. I'm following the curve. Okay, so you can see it's meeting up with the rest. So I'll go ahead and top and stitch. By the time we are through stitching, we'll flip it over to this side and it will rest well on the rest. It will rest well on the rest. Okay, so we'll be doing the same for this side too, for the second half, and we'll be doing the same for the other armhole too. So soulmates, this is our sleeve. You can see our sleeve is sleeving already. And if you have watched to this level, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if for those that have interest in me showing you or explaining to you how I cut the 6 pieces gown, you can drop your comments, show your interest in the comment section. Then I'll consider that for my next tutorial. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, love you, and see you in the next video. God